Hi, I'm Major Cunningham. I'm the Youth Leagues and Aquatics Manager at Pierce Community Center, and this is just a glimpse into a day in the life. First thing I'll usually do is I'll check my email, I'll listen to my voicemails, I'll return any calls or emails that I need to. Any new registration forms for an upcoming league that we have, I will get those and I'll file them and I'll get them into my spreadsheet and sort of get that going. Okay, looks like we got a couple questions on swim lessons and a couple new volleyball signups. That's awesome. So for tonight for a swim club, we're going to be working on breaststroke. So I printed out just some resources for the kids to use. Just with some good visual images for them to use, which usually tends to help. I've got an article from USA Swimming about proper breaststroke technique as well, again with some good visual images for them to use. So we'll work on that tonight. And we'll be heading into the pool pump room to check the chemicals and some other stuff. So here we go. So what I'm doing here is basically just I'm collecting samples of the water that's pumping through the system into the pool, and I'm going to be testing them for their chemical levels, for their chlorine and the pH. So we want to make sure that the pH is ideally between 7.6 and 7.8, and that the chlorine is above 1 part per million and below 4 parts per million. Usually we keep ours at around 1.5. So this is an electronic test kit that we use. It's very accurate, and we drop a reagent tablet in, and that reacts with any chlorine that's in the water, or it reacts with any any pH levels that are in the water, and we stick it in, test it, record it. The state requires us to record and log the results 2 times a day. So our chess club participants should be arriving shortly. I'll have them set up the boards, but this is the second round of our first ever chess club. We're focusing on middle game tactics. There's typically 3 stages that you teach chess. There's the opening, there's the middle game, and then there's the end game. So they've already learned a couple different openings, and then we're going over middle game tactics right now. Different chess tactics they can use, how to recognize if it's an open game versus a closed game, what are the best pieces to use for each type of game, and how to have good board vision, and making sure that when you move a piece, it's going to land on a square that's not under enemy attack, not moving pieces just to move them, having a reason. Okay, so I'm going to do a quick backwash here for you guys. Every so often we'll have to basically run water the opposite direction in the pumps, and it helps keep the pumps and the filters clean, basically. So today for Swim Club, or this week, we were working on breaststroke. We started off week 1 working on freestyle, week 2 we covered backstroke. This week we're doing breaststroke, next week will be butterfly, and then week after that we'll sort of combine everything together. For yesterday we did legs and arms for breaststroke and timing. Today we're working on proper head position, keeping your head down but not your face buried. And a lot of times young swimmers learning breaststroke, they tend to bob their head up and down, and it makes their body bob up and down, and it's not good. So one drill that I like to do, and it's fun for them too, is to take a wiffle ball and they keep that tucked between their chin and their neck. They keep it tucked under, and then they try and swim breaststroke keeping that wiffle ball tucked under their chin, and that sort of forces and over exaggerates proper head position. It forces them to keep their head stationary and in that good position. So we covered that. We did a couple sets in between to get their endurance up, and then at the end we worked on timing for a breaststroke finish when they touch the wall, which should be 2-hand touch, and they want to extend their arms fully out and finish at the end of their stroke. And I am heading home for the day. That's the day in the life of the Aquatics and Athletic Manager of Pierce. Hope you guys got some insight and you had a good time walking around with me. And we'll be back again to do it all again tomorrow.